Let's go.
Well, she didn't make it.
I'm here.
She
I'm
did
here.
make it.
I made it.
I was sweating then and everything.
I made it.
Thank you. Welcome, Nicole, stranger. Welcome, Shauna. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
That
So Shauna runs the Doll's House
Yes. In
Pennsylvania. What city is
Loretto, Pennsylvania.
Loretto, Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
That is a super cool haunted location that everybody should go check out and book because I've heard some crazy stories.
It's a pretty crazy place, I'll tell you. It's super cool.
So, first question, how's it got the name? Why is it called the Doss House?
Doss was the barber of the town of Loretto, and his barber shop was originally its own entity, just next to the house. Later was connected to the house. So yeah, he was the barber of the town.
Because we were speculating that it was a Doss house, and that's why it got the name. So for like homeless people and what I mean, just going hanging about.
For reason, growing up, that was the nickname he was given, and that's what everybody knew him as, was Doss. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So how did you guys get involved with it?
So I'll try to make a longest story as short as possible. The Doss House was something we had never thought was ever going to be a thing for us. This all stems back to my mother, Holly Cataldo. She was very much involved in the paranormal field for years and years and years, as long as I can remember. She was a very gifted psychic medium as well. And her years prior to this being a thing for her, we can talk more about that later. But unfortunately, she passed away from terminal cancer in September of 2023. She got, she had a long road of not being well. And unfortunately, the diagnosis came too late. And she passed away 7 weeks after her diagnosis. I did a lot of paranormal things with my mom over the years. My daughter did as well. So it's very important to her. Most of her closest friends in the paranormal community were more her family than her actual family was. So paranormal was always important to her, as well as community. And she always wanted to own a haunted location. So after she passed away, me and my wife, Danielle, took over her group, Unique Paranormal 1, which it is now Unique Paranormal 1.5. And because Mom always wanted to own a haunted location, we started looking for one. It was actually Danielle's mission for almost a year. And that's how we found the Doss House. And we went in and investigated it before purchasing it. And needless to say, it was haunted. So we bought it. So it's a place, obviously, for paranormal, but more so a tribute to my mother, who passed away, and has now more or less become a tribute to all of our family members that we've lost.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah. That's a great story, because that's such an interesting way to kind of carry on your mom's legacy.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like I tell people, like, this was my first major loss in life. So it's kind of become my grief journey, dealing with, losing someone, as your mother, and turning all of that pain into something so powerful and would have meant so much to her is very healing.
Yeah, because you don't meet many people that actually own the property. They generally manage it or they lease it, but not actually like buy it. Mm-hmm. So has that made a big difference? I know, like with the backstory and what have you, what you've just told us, but do you think that's made a big difference as to how you run it, with you owning it rather than just managing it?
I 100% do believe that, because of the intention of purchasing it and being there, checking the groups in, making it personal connection, letting people know why this is here, what our mission is with this house. It is not to get us rich. This is a tribute to our lost loved ones. And as long as we can keep the doors open and everybody's having a great time, that's what it's about. And it's about bringing people together to have fun and do something that they love and be accepted by everybody.
Yeah. Cool.
That's right. That's a really
I
good
like
question.
that. Yeah.
Because it is big on like acceptance. It's a crazy thing we do if you think about it. We're like sitting in the dark trying to talk to dead people.
It is. And a lot of people do think that we're crazy. Like it happens all the time. Especially in the town of Loretto. It is a Catholic town, and they are not thrilled about what we're doing there by any means. But we're still going to show the love and the kindness for the type of people that we are, no matter what. And we just keep plugging along. And, the family and the acceptance and what my mother stood for in community, at the end of the day, as long as you're a good person, I don't care what you do outside in your private. You know what I mean? Like, we don't care. If you're a good human. That's all I care about.
How have you gotten a lot of pushback from the town?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Have you all heard about the Creep It Real Festival that we ran last June?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So the Creep It Real Festival was supposed to be, because, I said, my mother was very much paranormal, but also very much about the community. And this was a small festival that I just wanted to put together to support the community. People that build things at home, woodworkers, paranormal included, but also for the community. And we had planned an event at the Loretto Community Center. Told them everything that we were doing, everything we were about. They were super excited. The woman that rented the hall to us was super excited. I even then, you're skeptical still. I still just want to be transparent and make sure everybody is aware of what's happening, what the goal is behind this, what my intentions are. I am a good person, so I was attending all of the borough meetings at the beginning of the month. And unfortunately, I had made a proposal to add to the festival a hometown hero parade. Obviously, exactly what that is. Hometown heroes, your fire department, your police department, medical professionals, and then children who could come and dress up as their favorite princess or superhero. Whoever they idolize, they could dress up and walk in this parade. The town was on board for it, so they suggested that we reach out to the local college that my daughter had graduated from. Not going to throw that name out there, but if you know Loretto, you know the college. So the town reached out to them just to ask if we could line up on one of their little side roads at the top of town. And the pushback that we got was that we will in no way, shape, or form support demon chasers, and we suggest that you all cancel their event and not allow them to have it. And they did. They canceled our event 30 days before it was supposed to happen. The amazing owner at the Old Stone Jail in Ebensburg. Actually, it was Ryan from Paranormal Theory who contacted me and said, hey, why don't you reach out to them and see if you could just move it over there. It was only 10 minutes away. I met with him. And of course, he was like, absolutely, that's horrible that happened to you all. And of course, we will support this mission 100%. And we moved the event over there. It wasn't easy. 30 days to change everything, notify everybody, reorganize things, replot out all the vendors. But hindsight's 2020. And my mom was a firm believer in divine order, and everything happens the way that it's supposed to. And it was an amazing event. It couldn't have been better. And, as crappy as that was to happen to us, it ended up being a blessing in disguise.
Yeah. We've got a comment from Bigfoot Dwarf. He's asking, did they keep the cash?
They absolutely did.
Wow.
We have
not. Oh my God.
We have not received a refund yet. We have forwarded all the information on to an attorney who is looking it all over. So we'll see what may come. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And, like I said, being as transparent as I was and upfront and honest about everything, I even printed them an itinerary, the special guests that were coming and the platforms that they were on from day one. Like, it was just wrong. Like, you could have just said no from day one and we would have happily moved on. But to do that to us all the way up to 30 days prior to the event and keep our funds, that's not okay.
Yeah. No.
Nope. Not at all.
No.
But it's good that you were able to turn it around, because a lot of people would have just gave up at that point.
Yeah, well, and that's what a lot of people who know me know, that especially when it comes to defending the greater good and spreading kindness. Of course, it knocked me down. I can't even lie about that. I was devastated. I got the cries out and, the feelings of disappointing my mother and all of the emotions you could possibly go through and, feeling defeated that honesty and kindness meant nothing in that moment to these certain people. It was definitely very defeating, but, I dug deep and I don't know what it was, but I was like, nope, I am not. I am going to continue spreading kindness and being the bigger person and bringing these people together for the reason that this festival was even planned for to begin with. And we did it. And it was amazing. And we are going to do it again this year. It was so awesome.
Excellent.
That's awesome. When is that going to be?
That's going to be June 20th, the weekend of June 20th, 2026.
Yeah, mark that down on your calendar too.
Yeah.
Yes.
I keep giving him reasons he needs to come over here.
I don't need reasons. I just turn up.
Hey, at least he came for one of the best ones. The Bash is amazing. Yeah. We love that. That was my mom's favorite event. Good friends of Pam and Steve's. She lived at the Hoover House every chance she could get. So we make sure we go to that every single year.
They put a really great event on. And what I like about that one versus a lot of the other conventions, because that's not a convention technically, but it's that it feels like a big family reunion.
Absolutely. Yep, it sure does.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It sure does.
And Andy got to be included this year.
Yeah. Yay.
Yes.
And he's already booked it for next year, so he'll be back.
I was just saying off air, I've already booked the hotel and everything. I've just got to get the flight and that.
Love it.
But fingers crossed, depending on what's going on next year, as long as everything works out by June, then I'll be able to come over.
Mm-hmm. There you have it.
A lot of big size and
people.
Yeah, that's
it. I'm sure you see that with the Doss House. Like it's the people that you bring in there that really make a difference.
Oh, 100%. And hey, just FYI, the Doss House is only 2 hours from the Bash. So while you're here,
yes,
just saying, Andy.
It's all right because I'm coming over for a week. So
there you have it. See,
I'm doing Wednesday to Wednesday. Well, that's what I've got the hotel booked for. So I've got a couple of days either side.
Perfect.
And the missus is going to kill him because it's going to be like a paranormal pub crawl. He's going to be having to go to all these locations that we talk about.
Yeah.
I'll buy private jet. Well, I'll have to get it out of the garage.
Right.
Out of the what?
Garage.
Put all your equipment in the boot.
Yep. No trunks. That's what elephants have.
Does Shauna know about you hitchhiking?
Well, hitchhike, really?
He hitchhiked back to New York, essentially.
I kind of
winged
it a little bit, kind of.
A little bit, yeah. No, don't be doing that.
Oh no, I got that.
It was safe.
It was someone we know, so it was good.
Okay,
but the rental car that he was getting to go back to the city, like it fell through. It wasn't gonna work. So you're going around the Bash, being like, "Hey, anybody going near New York?"
Yeah, within the next 36 hours, and that was pretty much it.
But
no, So the rental car, I'd already pre-booked it and paid for it, but I had to get to Harrisburg to collect it. And they was only open till a certain time. Then I had to pick the car up from there, then drive from there to JFK on my own, first time ever driving abroad, to the airport, and then leave the car at whatever rental company it was. I think it Hertz or something. And then leave it there. Then I had to get from Terminal 1 to Terminal 8 within about 25 minutes. It was ridiculous amount of time that I had to get everything done. It wasn't going to happen. So
she's like, I'm out.
I think she's had to take a call from work. Every so often they'll phone her. So yeah,
no,
it's all good. So So with the DOS house, I'm guessing you get a lot of people that keep coming back.
We
for
have
the right reasons.
Yeah, we have had a couple repeat visitors, but for the most part, it's a new group every time. We've been pretty steadily booked up through November. The weekends are pretty full, so occasionally we get, of course, life happens and somebody has to reschedule, which is never a problem, and we get to throw some dates up there that last minute, unfortunately. But usually they get snagged up. So it's been the activity in there has been so crazy. I think everybody wants to try to get a piece of what's happening over there. So they got to get in.
So do you ever get like new activity? So where you have like this, say a grey lady or a black monk, I'm just using them as examples, and they're that regular, then all of a sudden another paranormal thing will just pop up out of nowhere.
100%. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Why do you think that happens? Do you think it's just because of the energy of people that are going? That's already going there?
I think that could be part of it. And again, this is just my opinion. I do believe that there is a portal in this location that we have discovered, because the energies, as much as we portal, vortex, whatever you want to call it, some way for energies to shift and move and come and go as they please. When we first acquired the house, it was evident that DOS was there quite frequently. My mother showed up quite frequently. There was a doctor that we later found out was a local doctor who would travel from town to town. He was actually technically classified as a dentist, but we know back in the day, the dentists, they did all of the things, right?
Yeah.
So we didn't know anything. We didn't want to know anything historically when we first got in there. We wanted to see what was going to come to us. The first night we were in there, the evidence that we got led to somebody associated with the town, not the house. We have recently been getting people's individual family members that they thought that they would never hear from coming through to them at the DOS house. I think that's in due part because of the foundation of what the DOS house is and it means, that is allowing these spirits to finally come through for whatever reason and communicate to their loved ones that they never have. So yes, from the time we started there to now, several new energies. During Creep It Real this past June, 2 nights we had seances in there, or kind of like a spiritual, just a word that some use. We had the Blue Bodie. She had hers on Friday night. Patty Negri had hers on Saturday night. And at both of those events, a woman with a crooked neck showed up. And
like the bent neck lady?
Nobody had ever seen, heard, or reported.
Oh.
Weird.
I don't know whose signal is messing up. Mine or yours. It was really weird.
I think it was yours, but it could have been anyone's. It's just, we could still hear you and see you. So it's all
I saw was everybody. All I could see was everybody spinning.
You were going in slow motion there for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
because I'm talking about that.
Probably. But when it plays back, it normally sorts itself out. So it's all good.
That is so freaky because I just think of the bent neck lady from the Haunting of Hill House. Have you seen that?
No. I have not.
So one of the spirits is the bent neck lady who walks around like
I had never even knew, I didn't know what the purpose of this was. So both of the per se experts that were there kind of were proclaiming her to be kind of like a gatekeeper of some sort. We have had so many people claim that of a portal of energy coming and going. I'm not educated. I don't really know. I just know it's kind of like a doorway. I don't know what deems somewhere that to be there, or if just spirits can just come and go as they want to.
So I think in theory it's supposed to be just like a place where the veil is thinner and it's easier for them to pass through, like kind of like an exit on a highway.
Yeah, and scientifically trying to figure out why that would possibly be. We've kind of put some pieces together that because this was the first building established in this town. It was like the original meeting house while they were plotting and planning the land. And then you have the minor basilica, beautiful church, that priest Prince Gallitzin, that was his church. Just to the right side of the Doss house, his tomb is out front that you can go down into. And then at the other end of town, you have Schwab Estates, Man of Steel. He funded everything for this town. His mansion and the Mount Assisi Sunken Gardens are there. And the Doss house sits right in between. So, right. I mean, I don't know what that possibly could mean. And because being a Catholic town, that this kind of thing is frowned upon. I think that when we brought this there was so much energy there that literally kind of a beacon shot through the sky and spirits were like, hey, they're going to listen to us. Let's go there.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So how old is the building?
The original structure we have dated back to 1810.
So over 200 years old.
Yes. The original structure, which would be the living room, fireplace area, the original old basement. And then you have the late 1800s. The dining room area was added on then, since that room was starting to fall off. So Doss's family, they had to re-support it and re-put a whole new wall on the back. And then early 1900s was the kitchen. And then the mid 1900s was the barber shop. Later 1900s was when Doss's wife fell ill, Marjorie, and she needed to be in the barbershop so that her children could better take care of her. So that's when the barbershop was attached to the house. And you have the ramp that goes up into there now.
Yeah.
And the first water.
How do you find that the spirits all interact, with the different time frames? Does one kind of like stick to one side versus the other?
No, they all interact? Crazy. It's all, no. Every day it's different. So it's weird. Like some days you'll go in. We have noticed that there's less activity in the barbershop if you have a full group of women. You usually don't get a whole lot of much of anything. If you have at least one or two men with you, you can usually get some more. But when you have strictly men in there, it's crazy. It is crazy.
Wow.
I mean, because it was the man's band shop. It was a barbershop in the 50s, But then we've gone from children playing to now mischievous trickster-like energy. We're getting some growls in the basement, and now we're getting growls at the top of the stairs where this crawl space is. So it's like it's forever shifting and changing. When we first had the house, we never got much activity in the living room and the dining room. Now, 80% of the time, that's where we get the most activity. So it's always circulating and it's always changing. And I wholeheartly believe it's depicted by the energy of the people who are coming in to speak to the house.
I've got a question with what Nicole just said. Is there any interaction between the spirits themselves? Do they interact with each other? Do you know?
How do we know?
Well, that's the thing, because this has always puzzled me. Because if you're getting all these different types of energy, surely there must be noticing each other.
I mean, now that you're putting it that way, I mean, we have asked, hey, Mom, is Doss here? And she'll give a response. So I'm thinking if they can recognize that certain energies are there, I would assume they can communicate with one another.
But yeah, maybe they communicate with each other on a level that we can't see or hear. We don't pick it up whatsoever. Yeah. So they might be all having a big party, and then it's like, right, one at a time sort of thing.
That would be interesting. That would be an interesting rabbit hole to go down, though, like trying some new experiments to see if you actually could get spirits to interact with each other rather than us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's always puzzled me. Because with what, Ron and Law does, they do the
digital seance experience.
That's it, yeah.
TDSE.
So when we was listening to that, you could hear like 2, possibly 3 different voices coming through, and it's like they was having a conversation. There's a man and a woman, and then every so often you'd hear somebody else, like someone was interviewing them, a bit like this. It was
I guess like even like SDs and voice boxes and stuff. Now that you're saying that, like I never really thought about it, but that is true. It does sound like there's conversation happening back there.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I just keep forgetting to ask this question. Sorry for throwing it at you.
No worries. It definitely has my wheels spinning.
Mm.
It's really interesting when you do like a double Estes and then it seems like the people are talking to each other.
Yes.
When they can't hear what's going on. So
love it. Yeah. That's super cool.
Yeah. We have a question from Steve calling. Shauna, any spirits associated with the Civil War at all?
No, not as of yet. What's so cool about this place is that because it's so new, we're hitting our 1 year anniversary coming up here on Halloween. Historically wise, there is not a whole lot, Civil War stuff coming through there. Some, railroad system type things. But other than that, it's a lot of it's derived on Native Americans, were there prior to Prince Gallitzin coming in. And as far as war, I just think we're just outside. Like, I'm sure, soldiers passed through possibly, but nothing historically marked happened in that area.
So with you saying it's like you think it's vortex or portal of some sort, do you get any other type of activity like cryptids, UFOs, the Fae, anything like that?
Me personally, no. And that's probably just because I'm not educated and wouldn't know if it was, what I mean? But I'm sure there are groups that are, well-versed in all of the things, that might be able to speak on behalf of that differently. I just personally cannot.
No, thank you.
That would be interesting to have like a Bigfoot group or something. Are you like right in the main town, or do you have like?
We are right on Main Street, right in town. There is a lot with a little bit of trees, and then like all back behind the next street is all wooded areas. I can tell you that Danielle used to tell her grandparents, which Danielle's grandparents, her grandfather was Doss, so he used to always tell the kids, don't ever whistle in the woods. There's certain things back there that could, you might never come back. So they were very much a believer in all of these things. And of course, Danielle's parents were like, you don't tell the kids that, and but they did anyway. They prepared them. And so they, as kids, they said they used to hear and see things back there all the time.
Wow.
The ice cream truck was outside.
Girl.
You can't do that to us.
Cruel.
You can't come on with an ice cream, have a bite of it, and then nothing
it's
for
gone.
nobody else.
Oh my.
I'll send you guys some ice cream.
I was just letting my mother have some.
Oh my.
Cheers for that.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, everybody's going to go get ice cream after.
Yeah, with our invisible ice cream.
Yes. I've got some orange juice. That's about it.
Water.
Oh, yeah, we're all boring tonight. Except for the ice cream.
Yeah.
So, with you doing events there, do you ever do any events anywhere else? Or do you just solely concentrate on, obviously?
Yeah, we go lots of places, yeah.
Yeah, I just wondered, because you own the property, so obviously it's a lot easier for you to do stuff there. But I was just wondering if you go out and about in other locations and meet up with, say, other groups or individuals.
Probably too many places. my wife would say that. We go to lots of places. And in the event that we're not home, the house is set up with a digital keypad that groups are happy to let themselves in and just go do their own thing. I just personally like to check groups in for the very first time they ever come to the Doss house in case they have any questions and they want to know some history. I'm there for them for that. But otherwise, some people are like, nope, we're good. We don't want to know anything. And I send them the code and away they go. So, we've done lots of places. Pennhurst, one of them. We just traveled to Michigan to the Eloise Asylum. Incredible place. Lots of local places. We do smaller things. We do events where I have recently started guest speaking at a lot of that, basically about turning my pain into power. and talking about the Doss House and all of these things in an upcoming podcast that we're putting together. So, we definitely go to a lot of things.
Cool. So what would you say your favorite other than the Doss House?
Haunted location?
Yeah.
It's going to be a toss-up between Hinsdale and the 1912 historic Hoover House.
Okay. I love Hinsdale. I haven't made it to the Hoover House yet, but it's on my list.
I think it's just because it's so near and dear to my heart, and my mom loved it so much, and we have such a great time there. Activity-wise, Hinsdale was definitely a different experience than I've ever. We didn't get a whole lot in the house, but the property.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely something. But I mean, I love every location. If we're being honest, like every location is so different and so unique. You always get tons of different things. Like, even like places you've been to most recent. Like we are working with the Blue Bodie. She just bought a brand new location in Fredonia, Pennsylvania. It's an old church. I think it's like over 150 years old. It has its own cemetery. Now that has like Civil War type stuff happening up there, and it's brand new. So we've been helping her out with a lot with what's going on there. So if I had to say like my most recent place, it's going to be that place because it's undiscovered, new stuff, and it is crazy active.
Yeah. There's definitely something to be said about being like one of the first people into a location because I feel like the spirits there, like they want their stories known for the most part.
And it kind of sets the precedence too for what's expected, and then the next group comes in, and then the whole thing changes, and then the next group comes in, and so it's really cool. It's been really cool to watch all of that unfold.
Yeah. So I'm guessing you document everything that you get at the Doss House.
Most everything. Yeah. And if I'm not actually writing it down, I make sure we do like a live feed video from somewhere, so I at least have the footage of it.
Yeah. So have you had anyone turn up and they're just like pure BS and they're just making stuff up that they've seen this and they've seen that?
You're always going to get that. You're always going to get that. We had one, so it was a guy and a female. The female was like, this place is amazing. The spirits here are incredible. She was gifted as well. But then the gentleman that came with her, he's like, there's nothing in here. Yeah. So, and then you get other people that are disappointed because the hype of the Doss House has been incredible, and they walk through the door and they expect things to be flying off the walls
right away. Yeah.
So then they're like, there's so many loggings of, they start their little memo, because we have a little book on the desk with, it was a pretty quiet night, but we had tons of intelligent responses on a REM pod. We had the cat ball roll across the floor, some pretty amazing EVPs that were communicating back and forth. To me, that's a huge win. Like, that's huge. Yeah. But to each is their own. Everybody has different expectations, I guess. But to me, if I get 5 intelligent responses off a REM pod, I'm thrilled.
Yeah. It's crazy because sometimes we'll be so spoiled in these active locations that we go somewhere and we kind of lose track of the fact that any response is amazing.
Absolutely. You could go to the same place 5 times. And the first 3 times you go, it's crazy active. And the last 2 times you go, you get absolutely nothing. So
we were just doing tours this past
weekend. That sounds fun. Come to Drillette State Prison. Where is that?
I'm not sure.
Ohio?
I have no idea.
Sure. We would love to.
Yeah. Carol, if you put the information up, or if you send it to me, I can send it across to Shauna.
I'm on it.
She said, I'm on it.
It's on.
Illinois.
It is in Illinois.
There we go.
Maybe someday. Illinois is quite a hike for us. We really wanted to go to the Rock Island show that they just had up there, but it was like a 10.5-hour drive from home. It was quite a hike. Got to make sure you have quite a bit of time set aside to do those big guys.
Yeah.
And I had a grandbaby coming. So we had a grandbaby coming, so I wasn't gonna set set the blocked side, the blocked time aside because that was coming up. So super exciting.
Good.
So as a owner of a haunted location, what do you think about all of the purchasing of major properties by people who are not necessarily in the field?
I mean, in the house.
I don't know. I've heard a lot of mixed things about the Conjuring house. Do I think it's worth the millions of dollars that they're like? No, no. I don't think that's right. I think I love the fact that people want to get a hold of and restore these places historically. I think that's incredible. But if more effort was put into it with the purpose of that, I think more people would be on board. And at the end of the day, these bigger places, and not all of them are in it for the business perspective of it. But a lot of them are, and all they care about at the end of the day is the amount of money that it's going to generate them. So if somebody comes in and offers them a significant amount of money, unfortunately they're probably going to do that. Do I blame them for that? No. I mean, is it sad for the paranormal community to lose places like that have brought paranormal group after paranormal group in there? Absolutely. But there's so many other places that deserve that type of recognition too. We just recently lost the opportunity. There was an old coal mining type hospital in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. It was 5 buildings. A paranormal person had purchased it, and from what I could tell and what I could see, the property wasn't maintained. It wasn't being properly monitored, and it kind of was just still continuously falling down over the last 5 years. So I went out there with a good friend of mine to check everything out. There were definitely 3 buildings that still could have been salvaged. 2 of the buildings probably needed to be torn down, but this was a piece of history. It had been up for backed tax sale. So we tried diligently. I had several historical investors who were willing to help with roofs and cleanup and things like that. And then we were 2 days late. So I had contacted the borough. They had said that the actual borough had just had a meeting, had an estimate for demolition, and decided to buy it for the backed taxes. And we missed that by 2 days. So unfortunately, because nobody really knew about this place, historically, it's probably going to be demolished. And it was an incredible, incredible facility. So like I said, even though there are certain ones that are moving in different directions, there is still tons out there historically that need saved.
Oh, yeah. But you've got to think how many that you don't know about that have probably got 10 times more activity than any of these big named ones.
Yeah.
That literally no one knows about, or they go for next to nothing. People just don't bother with it. They move out because they can't.
And I'm telling you,
they can't cope with it.
Yeah. My wife travels. She's a surgical assistant. She travels, to different states. She works in the operating room. And about 6 months back, she was in New Hampshire. Amazing historical state, obviously. So many abandoned locations there. It's really sad. But it's like so many people could start, snagging. And you can tell these places are full of energy. Now she's in Virginia. Same thing there. That is.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
That is the hot spot for Civil War and all of those things. And so many abandoned places just rotting into the ground. It's, I never would have thought 5 years ago I'd be driving around thinking that this old church with half of the roof gone is like the most beautiful thing I've seen, never would have thought that. And then it just crushes your heart to know that somebody, it's just been left and is falling apart historical wise. And you just feel the radiant energy pouring out of there.
Yeah. The thing is as well, I don't know what the laws are over in the US. I'm not even sure what they are here. But for some reason, I know what they are in France. So if a building... Don't ask. I don't know how I know this. I just know it.
Tommy's mom.
So probably. So if something happens to the entire family, and the house, no one's allowed to touch it. It's got to be left. You're not allowed to move anything from the inside, or all the property's got to be left as it is. And you can't go. People go in and do urbexing and all that kind of stuff, but you can't go in and bid on it and like try and
I could understand
from the
that
state
for
or whatever.
Yeah. I could understand that for residentials, but commercials and churches and big buildings, you would think, because it costs millions of dollars to tear them down, and that ends up falling on whatever city it's laying, it's setting in. So you would think that they would want to try to give people the opportunity to restore them and be productive with them. And, you would think.
Yeah. I know. Because I drive past. Sorry, I was just going to say, I drive past loads of derelict or abandoned buildings, mainly houses, residential, around like in the part of England where I live. And they just left, and there's one, it's a bungalow, and all the ivy and brambles and everything, and now they've got that high, they're going up onto the roof, and the rest of the streets, it's about 4 or 5 miles long, and all the other houses are fine. It's just this one in the middle. You can just about see the roof as it is now, and no one's allowed to touch it.
Sadness.
I was going to say, it's insane because they don't have the funds to save them while they're savable. We did an event not too long ago at Carnwalk Farms in Wappingers, and there's this beautiful mansion that is in complete disrepair. It has to be condemned. It's going to end up having to be torn down because they couldn't spend $10,000 to fix the roof. So now to restore it would cost like $12 million.
Right. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sadness.
I'll become property experts. Well, one of us is, but it is sad. They should be able to do something about it.
Danielle.
Yeah, exactly. That want to go in and save it, and then you get these high-paid entertainers that buy it for the sake of buying it, just to make even more money because the millions they've got isn't enough. That's the frustrating part of it.
Yes, I agree.
So the Doss house, what kind of condition was it in when you guys got it?
It actually wasn't horrible. Bertie, Doss is the last child to live in there. The house had only been vacant for about 3 years. I mean, obviously it's old and it was never maintained. Like it looks the way that we found it. It was hoarded out, but as far as structurally wise, I think because the family re-supported the whole back foundation wall and they put support beams in there. And we had to go in and put a couple support posts in the basement, fix the plumbing, fix some of the electrical. We had to repair the roof. But other than that, and because we wanted to keep it as original as possible, like the flooring, like all of everything holds energy. So we wanted to try to keep it as original as possible, but make it safe and, do the things to keep it standing for quite a few years more. But that's all we really had to do.
So also, is there a lot of property, not property, what's it called? Grounds, like garden area?
No.
Around the building? No.
No. There's a small front yard. You have a walkway around each side, and there's probably about 70 feet of backyard deep and probably 150 wide. So it's just like a lot. It's like a lot in a town.
Right. Got you.
There's not a ton of.
Because I was just wondering, do you get any activity in the grounds? But
so interestingly, you say that because there is a huge mound right outside the back door, which was all of the dirt that was pushed out when they redid that back basement. So I'm not sure if you're a believer in like the stone tape theory and stuff like that. Yes. But this mound out back, we do set up and we do get a lot of activity off of that. But outside of that, that's about the extent of the space out there. So
what about the property like next door or opposite? Do you know if there's any activity going on at any of them?
Because we don't want to piss anybody off.
Yes.
Now we do walk down to the basilica and the cemetery, and we do go down into Prince Gallitzin's tomb, and we do go up to Schwab Estates. The monks currently live up there. We walk those gardens a lot. But even though we were dead wrong, we're still respectful. We go to enjoy those places historically and because they're beautiful, not to take our paranormal equipment up there to be disrespectful of their beliefs. So, but just to go and check out the sites and the history, it's a pretty incredible. Outside of that, we don't go anywhere else. We just stay at the Doss house.
I know you said that the town is very like conservative, but have you had people come up to you from the town and tell you that they've had experiences?
No. I had, even after all of that happened, I did a public announcement on several different platforms saying, hey, you know, like, I'm going to go out to the house tonight and the door is going to be left wide open. So please, anybody who has any questions, concerns, if you need a better explanation of what was happening, even though it's still not happening here, we would love to meet everybody, you know, have a conversation, and not a single person stopped in. So.
Wow.
I feel like when they actually have to confront the people that they're like accusing of something face to face, they don't want to do that. They don't want a chance for you to rebuttal.
No, they don't. And that's okay. That's all right. You know, like I said, I'm just going to continue to keep moving forward in a positive way and do what I know and feel is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
I can do.
Yeah, don't blame you.
And my right thing to do might not be for everybody, and that's okay too.
The thing is, though, you're not harming anyone. It's not like you're dragging anyone in and
not
you're
at
getting
all.
them involved. You're like, well, this is what we're doing. That's it. If you want to be part of it, you're more than welcome. If not, then not.
Absolutely.
I don't understand why people can't just get on with it. I've never been able to get me around that.
And you kind of get to the point that you stop trying to figure it out and you just stay focused on your intentions and who you are, and you just keep plugging along that way.
Yeah. Yeah. So have you got any events lined up over the next few weeks or months?
Coming up, yes. So Halloween is our 1 year anniversary. We are having our 1 year anniversary at the Doss house with some of my mother's closest and dearest friends from the 1912 historic Hoover House. We have Jen, Jim, Mike, and Bob. They do table tipping at the Hoover House often. My mother was so into that. So they're going to come up for the night, and we offered an open to the public free night investigation with table tipping and investigating. We allowed 10 people to come free of charge, and we filled that up very quickly. So we are going to just be there and hang out and celebrate the house and investigate with some of my mom's closest friends, and just have a great time. So we have that going on. Then we are actually helping out the Evansburg Old Stone Jail because he was obviously so wonderful and kind to us. He asked for some assistance in having something for the children of the community in Evansburg. So we're just having a little Halloween thing over there, helping him with a little Halloween thing over there for the kids after trick or treat. That is on October the 26th. So that's right before Halloween. And then November the 2nd, we are going to Rainworth Lodge out there near Gettysburg.
We did.
Yeah. Our friend Sarah Lee won an overnight investigation there for her birthday. So we're all going to go there. And then mid-November, I'm hoping to come back out here to see my brand new grandbaby again. And that's I think that's pretty much it for the rest of the year. Kind of just going to take a breath. It's been 8 months of complete chaos and craziness and running all over. Oh, wait, no, I fib. I take that back. First weekend in December, we're going to be in Ohio for the Firelands Paracon. I think it's called something else now because it had to be delayed. Jen Jacobs is putting that event on, and we're going to be vendors and guest speakers for that. That's first week of December. Yeah.
So you're saying, you said you're having a break after that, but there's only like two and a half months left of the year anyway.
Break, right?
There's not much rest in between all that, is there?
Calendar yet, except June in the bash. So
Yeah.
But yes, I understand. Come January, everything will be filling back up.
Sleep in January. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you do the events at the DOS house, do you ever? This is gonna sound really weird, like I've got some weird fetish, but it's not.
Oh boy.
Do you ever get people to dress up like in period clothing?
No.
Or you ever?
I wasn't sure where you were going with that one.
No.
Yeah, I was waiting for it. I was waiting.
I've just got to make it clear because there are weirdos, or not all, but a lot of weirdos in the chat.
We haven't done that at the DOS house, but we did do that at the Evansburg Old Stone Jail. We dressed up as prisoners and officers.
Yeah.
And that did entice a lot of activity over there. But no, we haven't done that at the DOS house
No.
yet.
Andy, how many people do you know that have a historic costume fetish?
At least one in the chat. Two. So.
All right. Oh boy.
Oh, you never know. So you just got to put these things out there.
Have you been to Rainworth before?
I have not. This will be my first time going there.
You're in for an exciting night.
I'm super excited.
Crazy active. I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to put things in your head that we got, but there's definitely a lot.
Awesome. Yay.
And there is a well out front.
A well?
A well. So I had a reading by a psychic at Connecticut Paracon, and they told me, do not go near the well. If all of your friends go to the well, you go the opposite direction. Do not go near the well. Your guides are telling you this.
Did
you
you
know
listen?
what I did?
You
No,
went to
I
the
stuck
well.
my head in the well.
First pint of Carl, I reckon.
Yeah,
so
but it was the
what came of that? What came of that?
Nothing. I mean, it was a crazy night, and I don't know if the well had anything to do with it, but
Nothing as of yet that you know of.
it was a while ago. If anything bad was going to happen, it would have happened.
Well, it didn't necessarily have to be a bad thing, I guess, right?
That's true.
Yeah,
But,
don't
we
speak
did-
too soon.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Too funny.
But we did stop on the street in Gettysburg and get some rosaries and like St. Michael's trinkets. So maybe that helped.
Maybe. Yeah.
Could be. So, next question from me. So, when you come over to the UK, where and what is on your bucket list? Do you have one
Just to
yet?
come to the UK
Just
and
the
listen to all
UK,
you
just in
fine
general.
Isn't that everybody's reasoning for coming to the UK? And I hear the food is really good. So
Yes, it's a lot better than the US.
Yeah.
Guarantee.
yeah. So see, all the extra ghosties is just a bonus.
Fish and
Terrible
chips.
over there.
Fish and chips.
Don't.
Uh,
That's going to go on forever. That really is.
Well, we brought Andy to an Irish pub 2 nights in a row, and he did not appreciate it.
I was fed up after the first night. That's all I'm going to say.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, it was good. It was good to get together and meet everyone and what have you. So,
Of course.
so, but is there anywhere in the UK that you thought, do you know what? I really fancy going there. Anywhere you've heard or research or anything?
Nope.
No.
Honestly, like when I'm scrolling through like all the things, on all the different platforms, like you hear the voice and then you stop. And then you're like, ooh, where are they at? Oh, that's cool. I know. I mean, a lot of times it is a lot of cemeteries. I see a lot of cemeteries a lot. But where they would like, there was a couple, like they looked like old castles, but I couldn't tell you where they were. I just know there's a lot of cool places over there.
There's a lot of castles.
Yeah.
Thousands, millions, billions.
And there's not here. So see, for us.
Yeah, but a lot of the castles now are just like ruins. You've got like a couple of turrets and maybe a broken wall and that, but then you've got
tons of residual energy there, though. I'm sure.
Yeah. And then you've got a lot of the castles that are pretty much intact.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of like country mansions that you can go to. So a lot of them are either English heritage or national something or other. I can't remember. You pay to go. You can do yearly membership, so you go down and your parking's free and everything. It works out about $10 a month. So I've been to a couple of these, and I don't know. I think the oldest one went to was about 800 years old, but it's still working. They've got restaurants in there. They've got kitchens you can stay over. People have weddings there and all that kind of stuff. So that the one that we went to, Bosworth Hall, I'm not sure how old that is, but that's opposite Bosworth Battlefield. But they have they had the venue there, but they have weddings there and all that kind of stuff. So you can still go in and kind of investigate without investigating, if you get what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to rent the place out. You can just go and sneakily get a K2 meter out, a dowsing rod to something, and do it that way. That's what I do.
There you go. There you go.
So yeah, there's plenty of places you can go to that have got like lots of history. Whether there's any paranormal stuff going on.
Where would you recommend for anybody traveling over from the States?
It depends what you're looking for. That's the difference.
Yeah, ghosties.
Well, see, I've been to Rendlesham a few times, and I've seen orbs, ghosts. Well, there's a figure walking the opposite way in my peripheral, and when I turned, there was nobody there. And it looked like, when I researched it when I got back home, World War II German SS military personnel.
Okay.
There's a place near me called Delapre Abbey, which was used as a hospital run by nuns during the Civil War with Oliver Cromwell. There's a lot of activity there. There's a small pet cemetery at the back, but then you've got a lake, and we've had loads of weird stuff going on there.
That sounds really interesting.
Yeah. And they do reenactments there as well. And we went to do an investigation one night. We was going to do a live, and we got there. Nothing in the local papers or Facebook or anything like that got there, and they're doing a reenactment that weekend. Well, it's good to let us know. So we went to a cemetery down the road, and we got a lot more activity there than we would have got at the other place, I reckon. So
very cool.
Yeah, so it's pretty good.
Yeah.
We have a couple questions.
Okay.
We do.
Shauna wants, she said, Shauna, do you ever get disturbed whilst you sleep with any spirits popping in through the portal?
Well, I never sleep at the DOS house, and I never will. I don't even ever go in there alone, ever. So I definitely will never sleep there to find that out.
Would you ever go on your own?
No.
No, just not your thing.
No, there has been too many things that have happened to me there that now I've, when you become vulnerable in a location, the location knows that. So I know I'm putting myself in a not so great situation. So I'm just not going to do that. And there's certain areas in the house that terrified the crap out of me. So I'm just not going to do it.
Has anybody stayed there alone?
Alone? Okay. So yes, Larry Eisler, the third, he stayed there, but I don't know if this really counts. So you tell me what your opinion is. So we held an event at the Doss house for him. We had a big group in there. We investigated, and then he was staying the remainder of the night on his own. I think everybody cleared out at about 1:00 in the morning. And he got his stuff situated in the living room, and we have cameras in there. So at 3:00 in the morning, I'm like, I'm just going to check. He's first person that's been in there alone. I'm just going to check on him, make sure everything's okay. He was on the couch in the living room, kind of laying on his side, but his head's kind of propped up on his hand here. Every single light was on in the house, and his laptop was set up on the table, blasting a movie. So, he wouldn't be able to hear anything from anywhere. So yeah, somebody has, and that was him, and that's how it went. So, but he did it. He did
Good job. You're going to have to get a little board or something I spent the night at the Doss house.
Right. Give ballerina stars or something, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I'm doing, just quickly, because I'm kind of crapping myself a little bit now. I'm going guest speaking at the Priest's Cottage at the end of November. And I'm doing the nighttime investigation, and then I'm sleeping over. Now, I don't know if anyone else is sleeping over or if it's just going to be me because I've not checked any of this out.
Bring your laptop.
I'm taking speakers and everything. So I don't know what the score is with what exactly is going on there. So I'm going to all the workshops and that, and then doing the investigation at night. And they've said that I can stay over.
You have fun with that. You'll have to let us know how that goes.
Yeah.
It might be. I might do the 3-hour drive home at stupid o'clock in the morning.
If anybody's thinking about going, don't. Make sure Andy's there alone overnight.
Yeah.
I just hoping other people have booked in to do this, and I'm not the only idiot. That's
do a live from there. Do a live feed from
yes.
while you're there by yourself. You could get like the whole Blair Witch thing going on with the snot dripping and the scared in the dark by yourself. Like, you got this.
And crying
Make sure you get the
and
angle,
shaking.
though. You have to have it like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No tripods.
But
no cameras.
Oh no, I'm taking all sorts. So I've got
they
loads
probably didn't even have cell phone tripods back then when they made that movie, if you think about it.
Probably not.
Probably
they
not.
didn't even have like real cell phones back then. I don't think they had like those camcorders.
The camcorders.
Yeah.
Yes.
The flip ones.
Mm-hmm. Oh
Yes.
man.
So anyway, if you don't see me after November, I've been taken through some vortex. I don't know where I am.
Oh, Andy, you can use the portal to get to the DOS house.
I was just thinking that. Yeah, from one crazy paranormal active place to another.
There you have it. Just call upon your flying dragon. That works too.
I could do that. I'll do that.
He has a pterodactyl.
I've got 2. I've got one up there and one over there near Mothman. I'll just show you the ceiling quickly because of.
Awesome.
Let me turn that off so you can see it
that
a little bit better.
Room. We don't have cool rooms like that. What's happening?
I don't either. I have this.
Yeah. I mean, I thought that was super cool. Now that, like, all kinds of cool stuff. I have a breast pump. I have a breast pump over here. That's my decor.
I definitely don't need one of those. But
it's not mine. It's
question. I was going to say, do you use that as equipment when you go out investigating?
Definitely
you never know. You never know.
What do I got? I got a time. Oh, I got my diamond painting that I just finished.
Ooh.
And my disco ghost.
Thanks.
Excellent.
It's frickin' bats.
Frickin' bats.
Disco ghost.
Smell like beef.
Yeah, my disco ghost is back here. My disco ghost.
Oh right.
Oh,
I thought you stole the one that Todd and Carmel got.
No, they had it
was
at
mine. Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I did this over like a bajillion years because it takes me too long to. I can't focus on things.
Yeah, well, don't ask her to crochet you any little ghosts and ship them over because they'll never, ever be found.
I gave you a ghost. It's right there.
It's here. Yeah.
We use the cat balls, and I make little cat ball holders so they kind of stay off the ground.
Yeah.
So I made him a ghost.
Love it.
Yeah.
I was going to make him crochet ghosts. I did put them in an envelope to send them, and the envelope is missing.
Just gone. Just vanished.
That's Simon's trunk.
Yeah, well, we reckon everything's gone in there because we think that's part of the missing 411 as well now. So, yeah, there's a lot of weird things in the UK.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of weird paranormal stuff as well.
Yeah, he's one of them.
Can't believe you said that. Right. Next question.
Anyway,
I was waiting for him. I didn't know if he heard you or not. I was waiting.
Oh, yes. I was waiting for it to turn around and sit down.
I got to put my disco ghost back.
That's fine. So next question is from Og, one of our moderators, and she's asking, Shauna, what's your favourite equipment you use whilst trying to contact spirits?
I mean, there's a lot of fun things. I think intuitively, yourself is the best tool that you can use anywhere. Paying attention to your body and the feels and the things that you sense, navigating from here to there. But if I had to pick an actual physical tool, I mean, the tripwire is super fun, but I really do enjoy EVP. So probably a digital recorder, because that's just a phenomenon you can't explain ever.
Yeah.
Thoughts on the DR60?
I don't have one. I feel so. This is my shameful moment on this podcast. So I'm pretty sure my mother had one because I got all of her equipment. And I was like, oh, because prior to like the last 3 years, I'm like, I went with her to stuff, but I didn't do this stuff, right? I was like, oh, this is so old. This probably doesn't work, and I think I threw it away.
But
blasphemy.
But
I don't know for sure, but I like when I saw what it was, I was like, I looked at Danielle. I said, I think Mom had one, and I think I threw it away. I know. You got to put me in timeout for that one. I know.
But we know someone that's stocking up on them and carries them with her no matter where she goes. They're all in this little purse type thing.
Yeah.
And she was there showing off at the conference. Goes,
as you should. As you should. I just throw them in the garbage, so
Yeah. That thing costs more than some people's cars.
I mean, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even see them for sale.
No.
Mm-mm. But you know what? It might not have even been a DR60.
We're just going to pretend that it wasn't.
There's a lot of Panasonic recorders that look similar, so it might have just been a different recorder.
You never know. My mom had so many things. Like she even had like the old school, like the Teresa Caputo. Like she had from all the way back and beyond then. Like
the tape recorder.
Yes.
With the red record button on it. Yeah.
Yes. Like she had so much stuff. And now I kept that.
Yeah.
But I threw the little tiny thing that I thought was a piece of junk. Probably threw it away.
But there's something to be said about the older equipment because it wasn't all the bells and whistles. It wasn't like all the AI and trying to overcorrect things. It was what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what equipment do you not like? Would you not use? Is there anything that you think, that's a load of nonsense?
See, I don't like doing this just because I really like all the people that make this stuff. But I think a lot of like the word bank things that just like throw out random words.
100% agree.
Yeah, I'm not real fond of those. That's probably my number one. I'm going to go with that being the one that I'm least fond of.
But I think
anything how you use them.
Yes.
What was that?
I think with anything, it's how you use them. Because I know some people who use those word bank things, and I don't personally love them, but sometimes we'll run it just to see if, if the same word comes up on the word bank as you get on the EVP. That's having a relevance. But the problem becomes when people try to make a story out of the words without any kind of context.
Right. I just think it's not a consistent tool to prove anything, paranormal theory wise. It is cool to correlate them with other things.
Yes.
Or relate it to what you're actually talking about and if it's actually giving intelligent response to what's being asked in the moment. But I just think it's one of the most unreliable.
Yeah.
That could circulate you into like 30 different directions.
I know someone that's in the middle of, they've got one, but they're changing how it works. So what they're doing with theirs, it's preloaded with the words and that. They've got to be preloaded or it's not going to know what the words are. But it records the data and why, I'm not 100% on this, but it'll give the reason why it gives out that word in relation to what is being said. So it records all the data. It's not like bingo words, just banging out any word here and there.
Well, something like that might be interesting.
Yeah. So this is a little bit, it's a lot different. It's more responsive to what's being said. And that's what they're in the middle of working. I think they've got it up and running, but they're trying to, like when you with the static and all that, and they're fine tuning it to get it to be absolutely bang on. So things like that are different, but these apps that are free on your phone and that, no, I'm not.
I mean,
I won't buy one. Put it that way.
The Spirit Talker, not crazy about that one. Now, Necrophonics, I'm more apt to use the Necrophonics because it is more kind of like a radio type sweep.
Yeah.
And it's still up to you to decipher what you're hearing. But still not
full words.
Definitely still not 100%. It's good for an added tool for sure.
Yeah. Oh, there was a good one. The one that Todd was using on his tablet, and I can't remember which one it was.
Phasmabox.
Yes, I do.
Out of all of them, that is the only one that I've seen is actually doing something that's not same old.
And now, is that still like? Because I know for the longest time you could only actually download that onto a PC, laptop, or something.
Well, on Windows, yeah. So he has a Windows tablet. I have it on my laptop. Yeah. And let me tell you, on Saturday, it was acting so weird because you've used the Phasmabox before. And you know how it sounds like the Necrophonics. This was coming out full sentence, like multiple sentences.
Oh wow!
And not like did it say this? Did it say this? Yeah. Like clear, like you were listening to a radio station.
I'm sure that's what it did with Todd. You'll have to double check with him and Carmela because when we was at the church at Bosworth on the Friday, Saturday night, whenever it was, he put his REM pod down and that would not stop, and we was nowhere near it. And we thought it was malfunctioning, and he's trying to change it. He took the battery out, put it back in, and doing all this other stuff, and it was just going off. It was doing its own thing, and he's like, he's never seen it or had it do that before. And then it did it again when we was in the back in the building.
Very cool.
Yeah, but double check. I'm sure
when equipment that you use a lot starts acting differently.
Yeah. We have a touch stick. We call it something inappropriate, but we have it in the DOS house, and it never works for us ever. Dark Hollow, some close friends of ours, they go in, and that thing works for them nonstop. I have a little Vortex REM pod, like fairly older one. It never goes off for us. But when we were in Salem, Massachusetts, it didn't stop. So I was like, okay. And we do get some activity with it on the third step at the DOS house. Other than that, that thing never goes off for us anywhere. So, but I always, no matter where we are, I put them out just in case.
But do you think though?
When you control, because if it never, I'd rather have a piece of equipment that never goes off, because then if you do get something, that much more compelling.
Right.
But do you think, though, that if you used to use that, say, one piece of equipment at the same location, that who or whatever energy it is that you're trying to connect with will get used to that? Because they're not going to know how to use it, how to make it go off, are they?
I mean, we always talking about. Like for any introduction, I don't know how you guys start things off, but when we do, we explain to Spirit how things work, what you need to do to, get the lights to turn on it, or, along with introducing ourselves. So I think that helps. And I think that keeps things intriguing to actually see if intelligent spirit is there.
Yeah. I get that. But I mean, like, because it's, I suppose, energy and it's not a physical, solid object, they might not. It's hard to explain. They might not be able
to get it to trigger.
They might not know how to touch it, how to make it do that. Even though you've explained to them, they might not have the capability. That's what I was looking for. The capability of doing it. But then, if you keep going back with the same thing, and then they work out what it is and how to do it, do you think that you'd probably get more activity just from doing that?
Very true.
Rather than going back with different bits of equipment, because that's what I was doing at one point. We go to like the same place, and we go back. We try different things each time, and
I think that is a big problem too, because we've seen groups go in there. They try one thing for 5 minutes, and it's not. Like I said, you get those groups that want things flying off the wall. They'll try something for 5 minutes. They'll move on to the next thing. They're not actually sitting in a space for a long period of time, allowing the energy to come and situate and familiarize. And within 15 minutes of something not happening, they're moving on to the next space.
Yeah.
That's the primary difference between like our public events and like our private investigations, because the public is coming to be entertained, and you know, you kind of throw a little bit of everything out there to see if anything sticks. But the private cases, you'll sit there for hours trying to see EVPs.
Very true.
Yeah. Did we have another question?
Yes.
Oh.
But we went over that one already. The one about how the DOS house got its name.
Yes. So that was Darren because he was late because he was cleaning windows, apparently. I don't think he was, but anyway. So you'll have to watch from the beginning, Darren. Sorry, mate. Because
the guy's name was DOS. He was called DOS, and it's the DOS house.
Yep.
Yeah. Family name. I wasn't going to tell him that. You ruined it. I wanted him to go back to the beginning and have to rewatch it all.
You just want another view.
Yeah, of course I do.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
So how would you book the DOS house if you want to book a private investigation there?
Well, we do have a website. It is the DOShouse-pa.com. All of our information is on there. Quickest, easiest way to get a hold of me is through the email, thedoshouse278@gmail.com. And then, of course, we're on all of the socials, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. We are also not just the DOS House. We are also my mom's team, Unique Paranormal 1.5. Again, on all of those platforms as well.
Cool. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
So you said you're starting your podcast. Have you any idea when it's going to be up and running?
I'm hoping within about 6 weeks, but it probably isn't going to happen until after the first of the year. The momentum behind this podcast is basically for people who have abilities and were either ridiculed, shamed, made to feel like they were crazy. They never had a safe space to reach out to. So this is kind of going to be like a paranormal roundtable safe space for people to come to. And even if you don't feel comfortable being on a podcast, it's going to be bigger than just a podcast. But these are 4 instances that people are okay with that, and we can, lead them in the right direction for the right professionals to, for them to feel accepted. Like if this stems from my mother having abilities her whole life and her family shaming her for them. So she wasn't able to express or, say anything in fear of being locked up and medicated somewhere. So much that she struggled with that all the way up until she passed away. Basically, crying out like, see, I wasn't lying and I was telling the truth. And so I knew, and this just recently came to me about 8 months ago, of trying to figure out what my next step in this journey was supposed to be. And I know that that's what it is. So creating a safe space for, individuals that struggle with this, don't have acceptance in their own community, because it is a real thing, having abilities and, being psychic mediums or whatever you have going on that you might need some help with. We're going to create a safe space for that.
Excellent.
That sounds like a great idea. Do you have abilities?
I do, but I'm still navigating them. I mean, I think I'm just like sensitive to space, just like anybody. Just learning how to recognize that a little bit better. But as far as like medium or no, I don't have any of those type abilities.
Okay. Not yet. You never know.
You never know, but no, my mother did, but I do not. I do not like hear spirits speaking to me or anything like that.
No.
See, I say the same thing, and my team is like, yeah, you do. Look, like you sense this energy. And I'm like, nope, don't claim it.
Yeah. So see, that's different for me, though. Yeah, like I think that's different. Like to me, that's like tuning into your empathic abilities or some clairvoyancies. Yeah. I think it's more of that kind of stuff. Like to me, I look at like a psychic medium, somebody like a psychic is obviously different than a medium, but like a medium is they're actually audibly able to communicate with somebody who has passed on and gives validated information. Yes. I definitely cannot do anything like that.
Would you want that ability?
I don't think so.
No, I wouldn't.
With great power comes great responsibility.
True story.
Yeah. Spider-Man.
True story.
It'd do my head in, I think, after so long, because you wouldn't. It's learning how to switch it off as well. I think that'd be the difficult part.
Yeah.
But we do have one more question, don't we, Nicole?
Oh, the question. All right, God.
Question.
Do not try to sway her.
I'll let you.
Try to sway.
I'll jump in if needed.
All right.
Okay.
So, if you could know everything about the paranormal, the who, what, when, where, why, all of it, would you want to know?
No, because then it wouldn't be as fun.
Yes. Come on. Thank you.
No.
Andy's very, very firmly team no. I'm very firmly team yes. So,
because my argument on it is,
then we would have nothing to do.
We'd have a lot to do. We'd have so much to do.
You'd know it all.
You'd turn into an arsehole, basically, because
without
being horrible. Without being horrible. Because someone will say, "Oh, there's a noise. I've just seen this. Have you seen that?" And you go, then you can turn around and go, "Well, no, actually, what it was," because you're going to know everything, and no one will want to talk to you.
It becomes a familiarity. Think about it. It's like riding a roller coaster for the first time. How exciting that is if you like roller coasters. But then by the 10th time, you're like, I'm over it.
Yeah.
I don't know. The way I explained it to Andy was you came to the U.S. and you wanted to see a bear. You know bears exist. You know what a bear is, but you still want to see a bear out in the wild. Like, you still want to experience it.
But then how does he feel after he sees the bear?
Depends how close he got to the bear.
Well, I heard a bear and I got a little bit scared.
He's not going to be as excited to see a bear in the wild once he sees a bear in the wild.
Yeah. But then you can study the bear. You can learn more about it.
I'm not hanging about. Once I see it, I'm gone in the opposite direction. I'm not stupid. But it is like what you said, Shauna. I like the not knowing, the guessing, the speculating, the getting it right, getting it wrong. Everyone like debating about what's what without falling out. I mean,
I would just like more definitive confirmation. I think that I don't want to know all the things, but if I'm like, for example, if I'm talking to my mom or not, I want definitive confirmation that that's who I'm talking to.
Yes.
That would be the only thing outside of wanting to know or not knowing.
Yeah, it's knowing that you are speaking or contacting them certain individuals, or that say Bigfoot. That Bigfoot is a part human, part ape type creature, or it's not. It's from another realm or another planet. That's them little things, and because then you've still got to learn the rest of the stuff. But if you know everything, and whether it's physical, literal, or hypothetically speaking, regardless. Once you know everything, what's the point? There's no mystery. There's no searching. There's no discovering. It's game over.
With knowing the things, leaves it open-ended for learning things you never thought would be possible to begin with to learn. No. That's, I think, where Nicole is thinking.
Yeah.
I'm like, I always want to know more. So once I know what it is, like.
But if you know all of the things, if you're knowing all of the things, there's nothing left. So I understand what he's saying too.
Yeah. And I think we need to know all the things like about the paranormal, like what it is and where it comes from. Like, not like like not that you know everything there is to know about everything.
No, but that's what it would be.
Everything.
It is everything. You'd know what the energy is, why it's creating, what orbs are, where they come from, where they go, UFOs, Fae, how they live, the whole shebang of everything.
But do you know why? Can you psychoanalyze the fairy?
Don't know. I ain't got time.
Okay, the fairy exists.
You would if you knew everything.
I guess that's what I'm saying. Like, I guess there's a limit.
You wouldn't need to.
Yeah.
You wouldn't need to do anything ever again.
This is an open-ended conversation.
It's like open-ended. People that want to win the lottery so you don't have to work. If you earn or make or win enough money that you know you never have to work again, that's it. It's game over for your working life. Not that anyone really is going to complain about that.
You could still work, but sort of principle. You have the freedom to find something that you love doing because it's not about the money.
I won't work. I won't even have me notice in. I just won't show up again.
I'd buy the Conjuring house.
See?
But would you sleep there?
I would. I would sleep in the house.
Yeah. I'm curious to see if mind changes when you actually come there.
Yeah.
A couple weeks back, we had a group of 4 very seasoned paranormal investigators that lasted 2 hours in the house.
Wow.
We're gonna book it. We're gonna come.
They got a hold of me begging to come back and stay the night at our place because they couldn't stay there and they were too far from home.
No, I'm gonna book it. I'm gonna look at some
dates. You can't go.
You booked out.
Don't book it until I come back to the US, and then we can all go. Yeah.
She can just go twice.
Yeah, could go twice.
Because she might not want to go the second time, and there's no way I'm going on my own.
No. There's too much to see in that area. There's also the old stone jail. You'll check that out too. It's 10 minutes up the road.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm up for that. Excellent.
Like a doubleheader weekend.
You got it.
Yes.
There we
go. Right. Thank you, Charlotte, so much for coming on.
Yes,
absolutely loved it. Very, very.
Thank you so much for having me on.
Yeah, it was good because, just quickly, because when we met at the conference, it was so busy, we didn't really get a chance to have a proper chat because you guys were busy. I was trying to get around and see everyone. Nicole was dragging me in there and everywhere.
I was introducing you to people.
That's her job.
Yeah.
She did great. Oh.
Yeah. Well, she did all right. I did a lot of it on my own, but anyway.
He didn't even know who Cindy Castle was or Cody and Satori. I'm like, hey, talk to those people.
Who? I'm messing. I know who they are now.
Oh, man.
It's all good. Because the thing is, in the UK, unless you do a deep dive on all paranormal investigators and everyone that's into the unknown, you're not going to know every single person. I don't know half of them are in the UK, let alone any other country. But because of how big America is, and it's so vast, and there's so many people that are doing it, it's impossible to know.
To keep up.
There you go. That's the question for you. The question 2.0. Would you want to know who every single paranormal investigator was around the world and what they do?
No.
There you go.
I don't care that much.
That was the answer I was looking for. Good. Right, so we are going to go because we are on the 90-minute mark. So thank you again for coming on.
Yes. Thank you.
Absolutely enjoyed it.
Appreciate you guys very much.
You too. So just let us know.
I'm going to get full moon out to the Doss house.
Let us know when your podcast is up and running, and I'll share it out to you as well. And then if you want to come back on and talk about that. I know we're not going to be doing guests in the new year, but we're going to be doing panel shows. So we're not having new guests coming on in the new year. We're just going to be having people coming on that's already been on.
Perfect. So I would love to come back. You guys are awesome. Anytime.
All right. Do you like pizza?
Of course.
Even better. Got a deal you can't refuse.
No, you know what's even better? There's a special spot not far from the Doss house. They have pickle pizza.
Ew, I do not like pickle.
I thought the same thing. It has this, it's a certain type of white sauce. It has a specialty cheese on it with girl.
I might have to try it.
We'll have to just try one when you come out here.
Yes.
All right. Deal.
We have tons of other ones too, like pierogi pizza, taco pizza, regular pizza.
Those sound good. Pierogi pizza sounds good.
I was skeptical about the pickle pizza, but it is actually really, really good.
No, pizza. Oh,
yeah.
Well. Your gourmet pizza's good enough. We do the paranormal pizza panel.
Because we do paranormal on the first Friday of the month. So we're looking for guests for January and onwards. So if you want to come on that,
sure.
we literally,
yes.
we will talk. You have to have a pizza and you talk about the paranormal and that's it. And
I will make sure I have a pickle pizza that day.
Okay.
Excellent.
Awesome.
We'll sort it out anyway.
Thank you guys so much for having me on.
Thank you. So are we back on Friday? I might be back on Friday. Don't know what Nicole's doing. She gives me the wrong dates and times and everything.
I'm a busy woman, okay? Yeah.
So we're back on Friday. So there'll be me, Nicole, Abby, and Miles Ellis, who is literally a resident of Rendlesham Forest. He lives on the doorstep. So he's going to be coming on talking about his encounters and everything on there. And that's it. I'm not going to give anything else away. But everyone keep September 2026, the end of, available in your diary, because next week there's going to be a big announcement of what's going on. And that's all I'm going to tell you. So other than that, have a fun 2 days, and we'll see you Friday, 8:30 UK time, 3:30 EST. Thank you again, Shauna, so much for coming on, and we'll see you guys on Friday.
Yeah.
And don't forget, it's better to be busy than dead. That's my new line. That's all I've got. See you later.
Goodbye.